before the private jets, before the supercars, before the billion-dollar legacy, Cristiano Ronaldo was just a skinny kid from a forgotten island. He didn't have a bedroom. He didn't even have shoes that fit. And before the world worshipped him as one of the greatest footballers of all time, he was mocked, bullied, and nearly broken. But the question is, how did a boy with nothing become the most powerful name in football? This is the story the world never tells. And what Ronaldo endured might just change the way you see success forever. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born on February 5th, 1985, in Funchal, Madeira, a small island off the coast of Portugal. It sounds like paradise, but for Ronaldo, it was anything but. His father, José Diniz Aveiro, was a municipal gardener and part-time kitman for a local football club. He struggled with alcoholism, often disappearing for days, sometimes drunk on park benches. His mother, Maria Dolores, worked as a cook and cleaning lady, juggling multiple jobs just to keep the lights on. The family lived in a cramped tin-roofed house in the working-class district of Santo Antonio. Ronaldo shared a tiny room with his older brother and two sisters. There was no space, no money, and often no food. In her memoir, Maria Dolores revealed that she had even considered aborting Ronaldo due to financial hardship, but she changed her mind. He was born to be a star, she later said. Despite the odds, Ronaldo found joy in one thing: football. He would kick around whatever he could find, sometimes a ball, sometimes a sock wrapped in tape. On the rough streets of Madeira, he learned not just to play, but to fight. As Ronaldo began to dream bigger, the island that raised him became too small to contain him. By the age of 12, Ronaldo's talent was undeniable. Coaches at local Club Nacional knew he was something special. He could outrun boys twice his size and outplay them without breaking a sweat. But talent wasn't enough. He left Madeira for mainland Portugal to join Sporting Lisbon's academy, alone. At just 12 years old, the transition was brutal. He spoke with a Madeiran accent, and the other boys mocked him for it. He was ridiculed for his skinny frame, and his obsessive training routines made him a target. Ronaldo would later say, "They laughed at my body. They called me names. I cried almost every day." But he kept showing up, first to arrive, last to leave. At 14, Ronaldo told his mother, "I want to be the best player in the world. Not rich, not famous, the best." But just as his talent began to blossom, a hidden health issue threatened to end his career before it began. All at 15, doctors discovered that Ronaldo had a racing heart, technically known as tachycardia. It was a condition that could have forced him into early retirement, or worse, stopped him from playing forever. For any athlete, especially a rising star, this was terrifying. He underwent heart surgery, a delicate procedure that involved using a laser to cauterize the area of the heart, causing the irregular rhythm. Within days, he was back on the training ground. Ronaldo didn't just recover, he came back stronger. In a world where many would slow down, he pushed harder. He began training with weights on his ankles to increase resistance. He would sprint uphill while teammates rested. He was building not just a body, but a weapon. No matter how fast he ran, or how strong he became, the weight of his father's addiction still haunted him. José Diniz Aveiro never got to see his son become a global icon. He passed away in 2005 due to liver failure caused by chronic alcoholism. Ronaldo was just 20 years old. It broke him. Ronaldo had begged his father to go to rehab. He wanted him at his games, at his side, but Jose couldn't escape the grip of his addiction. In interviews, Ronaldo has admitted, "I don't really know my father 100%. I never had a normal conversation with him. He didn't cry publicly. He rarely spoke about it, but his silence spoke volumes. The death of his father became the silent fuel in his engine. Every trophy, every win, every goal was also a quiet tribute. As Ronaldo climbed the world stage, he faced a new enemy, fame itself. By the time Ronaldo signed with Manchester United in 2003, he had already become a household name. But fame came with a brutal cost. The media ridiculed his fashion, his hair, his walk. Commentators mocked his dives. Fans booed him mercilessly. The British press called him arrogant, flashy, and overrated. But what they didn't see was the man who would stay behind after matches, practicing free kicks for hours. The boy who would do 3,000 sit-ups a day. The young man who skipped parties, who didn't drink, who didn't smoke, who built his life around one goal: greatness. In the 2006 World Cup, Ronaldo was blamed for getting Wayne Rooney sent off. Overnight, he became England's most hated player, but instead of hiding, Ronaldo responded with goals, hat tricks, titles. In 2017, Ronaldo became a father to twins via surrogacy. Months later, his girlfriend Georgina Rodriguez announced she was pregnant with twins. But in April 2022, tragedy struck. One of the newborn twins, his son, died during childbirth. The statement he released read, "It is the greatest pain any parent can feel." For the first time, the world saw Ronaldo not as a football god, but as a grieving father. He took a break. He held his family close, and when he returned to the pitch, the crowd at Anfield, Liverpool's home ground, gave him a standing ovation in the 7th minute, symbolically honoring his jersey number, a rare moment of humanity in sport. Cristiano Ronaldo is not just an athlete, he's an empire. With over 600 million Instagram followers, multiple business ventures, and a net worth estimated at over $500 million. Ronaldo has turned himself into a global brand. But behind the cameras and endorsements is a man obsessed with improvement. He trains like he's still trying to make the team. He diets like he's preparing for day one. Teammates have reported that he's often the first to arrive and last to leave. Some have even changed their diets just to match his. But the pressure to be perfect doesn't stop. Every goal is dissected, every match analyzed, every moment judged. Yet Ronaldo still rises. And now, with age creeping in, critics whispering that he's done. He has one more thing to prove. In 2022, Ronaldo made a surprising move to Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. Critics said he was chasing money, that the legend was fading. But Ronaldo? He saw it differently. He spoke of building football globally, of bringing inspiration to new parts of the world. And again, he delivered goals, records, and headlines. Even now, at nearly 40, he maintains a physique younger athletes dream of. His sprint speed, still elite. His hunger, unmatched. He may not play forever, but he is not done. Not by a long shot. Cristiano Ronaldo is not great because he was born with talent. He's great because he turned pain into purpose. From a poverty-stricken island, to a broken home, to the heights of the footballing universe. His story is a lesson in resilience. Behind the goals, the abs, the trophies, is a boy who cried himself to sleep, who lost his father, who buried his child, and who, despite it all, kept going. Because for Ronaldo, success was never about being better than others. It was about being better than who he was yesterday. The next time you see him score, don't just applaud the goal, applaud the story, because what he survived would break most of us.